So Asmongold was not the center of attention for roughly a whole whopping 2 minutes, and he did not enjoy that. So he decided to go mask off into his most unhinged, uneducated, stupid rant yet. And man, did he deliver, because this rant is insane.
If you want to consider a genocide as a systematic killing of a group of people, they have genocide built into Sharia law right now. So no, I'm not going to cry a fucking river when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. I don't give a fuck. They're terrible people. It's not even a question. It's crazy that people don't see it that way. They'd be doing the same thing. And how much did they kill? As many as they can. They're not able to kill as many people as Israel because they don't have as many bombs and as many weapons. But if they did, they'd be doing the same thing. That's it. Just takes enough. That's right. These people are not your allies. They are not the same as us. They come from an inferior culture that is horrible. It kills people for their identity, and it is directly antithetical to everything Western values stand for, and it is an inferior culture in all ways. It is that simple. No, I don't feel bad for them. I don't feel sorry for them. I don't care. I don't support them.
Oh boy. Yeah. That was extremely unhinged. And when you thought the start was just bad, the end, mwah, that is the cherry on top, ain't it? So this rant is completely wild and insane and stupid and uneducated for a multitude of reasons. First of all, we're gonna take this rant apart because it's hilarious. Also, Asmongold fanboys who are gonna be crying in the comments, he instantaneously has backtracked this because it looks bad. What a great time to be a member of OTK or an Asmongold sponsor, by the way. I love Asmongold so much because every single time he opens his mouth about anything not gaming related, idiocy just spews out the window like there's no tomorrow. And yes, here's the backtrack. Looking back on it, it was way too much of an I was way too much of an asshole about the Palestine thing. My bad. Guys, oops, I'm getting pushed back. Oops, my bad. I completely don't mean everything that I 100% mean. Dude, this is why no one should ever take apologies seriously, because every single person with even 2 working brain cells can listen to this and then understand that this is just lying and trying to salvage the situation because he probably thought that there's not going to be a backlash for it. Of course, no one deserves to have their life destroyed, even if they do things or have views I find regressive. That's also, hey, here's my apology, but not really. Man, he really read that Dr. Disrespect apology and thought, hold my beer, Doc. I can do one better. And he surely did. You guys deserve more than me saying stupid shit like that. I'll do better. I'm sure you will, Buckaroo. I'm absolutely sure you will. Now, the hilarious part, that now we're gonna take apart what he said, is how absolutely stupid and problematic this everything that he said is. First of all, this is the first thing that people brought up instantaneously against him, that this is the state that he lives in, which is unacceptable even if you're poor. But we're talking about a multimillionaire. The fact that someone can live like a literal beast, an animal, and yet have the mental faculties to unironically call other people subhuman in any way is just stupid and unacceptable, obviously. It doesn't matter who he attacks, because I honestly don't care if you don't like Palestine, if you don't like Israel or whatnot. In my opinion, let them kill each other. That's the best outcome for us, okay? Because, second of all,
if you want to
his opinions are ludicrously uneducated about this fact. Now, he is right about one thing, that each side would just genocide each other without absolutely any hesitation if they could, but Israel's currently doing a mighty good job at it, that they are trying to not call it a genocide, by going in front of the UN and accidentally naming it a genocide multiple times while comparing it to what Hitler did. Which is the most hilarious thing. No, seriously, if you haven't seen it, there are videos where Israelis and other people go in front of the UN and other places and speak. Do not compare this genocide to what Hitler did during World War II. And then they're like, oh, no, not this genocide. I didn't mean that this is a genocide. It's pretty hilarious. Anyone who, by the way, tries to call this not a genocide is clearly lying and coping, because it is. But the problem stems from this fact, that he considers that Muslims are evil and backwards and all of these great things. And that statement is extremely problematic because Asmongold considers himself to be a very, very intellectual person. And yet he's stupid enough to literally consider everyone in a statement like that of them to be backward, okay? That there's no differentiation between a terrorist, just a normal person from the Middle East, or a Muslim. They're all in the same pot of, well, effectively how he said. How did he say it? You know what I mean. You know what he said. So, first of all, he's throwing everyone in that category without any problems, while completely being oblivious to the other side. And YouTube, you know that I obviously love Israel very dearly, and it's my favorite country, and I would do everything to support them. Same with the Jews and whatnot. I love them, YouTube. Yes, YouTube, I love them very much. But let me just say one thing. There's a reason why the Torah is supposed to be hidden from the Goyim, and the Goyim are never supposed to actually read it. Let me just put it like that, okay? But I do extremely love and support Israel in every way possible, YouTube, okay? Very much, in fact. I love them. I will go to America and go to war for Israel because they are our greatest ally. 100%, I love them. No, truly. Don't ban me. In any case, yeah, that is the thing. He completely just doesn't understand this. And you know what makes this even more hilarious? It's the fact that we covered the video of him speaking about the Palestine-Israel conflict. I think it was a year ago or something like that at this point. But he was afraid to express his opinion because he didn't know, because the conflict just kind of really escalated, and he did not know which side is the bad or good one, and he was like, both sides are good. Now clearly he has decided, without any research or whatever, which side is the good one and which side is the bad one. Very funny, Asmongold. And the best part is he probably regrets nothing, because Asmongold is someone who thinks that his world views and the way that he looks at things are probably complete and very thought out through. The reality is, I would say roughly 90% of people, or probably even more honestly, don't actually have a congruent moral system. That they flip-flop a lot of things, even though they are for X, but while claiming it's good, and when X becomes slightly bad, they don't like it anymore, but they don't think that that is a problem. And that is completely normal, because most people actually don't really bother to think about these things. And most of your moral values that are not going to coincide with one another and that are actually in opposition don't really matter for the average person at all, because for your moral system to not make sense, you actually have to analyze it a little bit more deeply than just a simple question, is eggs good and is other eggs good? You kind of need to analyze why and, get into the weeds and brushes why something is good or bad. Asmongold clearly has not done it. And yet he is arrogant enough to think that he most likely has he understands everything and that he has a completely legit worldview that is the right one because he has thought of all these things. The reality, he has not thought about anything because he is living a very secluded life, but he was banning any opposition to the way that he thinks, and he's just surrounding himself with a bunch of yes men, which is hilariously dumb, obviously. In a situation like that, you can never create or understand your worldview. And to top it off about this situation, even if we could say that the Palestinians are 100% the bad guys, without questions, okay? But this is just a thought experiment. Let's do a little bit of a thought experiment. So you don't need to argue, is it right or is it wrong? Let's just assume, for a thought experiment's sake, that the Palestinians are the bad guys. And Israel is 100% obviously in the right. YouTube, Israel is in the right, okay? I love them. Is it okay, considering we have this primordial evil that is bad on all accounts, and everyone agrees is bad, for the good side to become as bad as the evil guys in order to destroy the already existing evil? Effectively, what I'm trying to say is, in more broad and simpler terms, is it acceptable to become the evil you sought to destroy in the name of good? Because you are destroying an evil, and if you're destroying an evil, you are doing good. But what if through the destruction of this evil, you become the evil that you sought to destroy? And that is the moral dilemma of everyone who is stupid enough to understand that this is a factor that you must consider. If you say that one side is morally evil, does the other side have the right to just genocide their opposition because they are evil? Because genocide is technically, in almost no circumstances, probably in no circumstances in general, justifiable. Because by doing that, you become evil yourself. Because genocide, without question, is a very evil act. Especially that way that Asmongold is looking at things, and that is, hey, all of them are bad. There's no exceptions. All of them are evil. Everyone who is a Muslim is automatically evil. Because that is his obvious opinion, right? In any case, this is hilarious. This is why I love when Asmongold talks about anything not gaming related, because every single time he does, it's a spectacle, and I get to farm a lot of views. 10 out of 10. And again, Asmongold fanboys who are going to dislike this video and probably write some 12-year-old logic garbage nonsense in the comments, he apologized. That's it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Man. Asmongold. The great leader of OTK, everyone. Man. Well, again, but no, seriously. He literally has admitted to being a sociopath, and if you don't know what's a sociopath, go look it up, go Google it. It's not that hard. It's a very common phrase. And if you're more interested in what he is more specifically, Google what is a dark empath. Because that's what he is. And people are like, oh no, Asmongold's good, okay? He does not cover up SA allegations and his stuff and blah blah blah. No, he's smart, and God, everyone's such a coping loser at this. It's insane. Anyway, this is hilarious. Asmongold has not posted a video on his main channel about it, which is sad because I would greatly enjoy that, obviously. Anyway, great stuff, Asmongold. I hope you keep talking about politics that you yourself literally... Oh wait, there was actually something, I saw someone commented that there was a really good tweet that someone did here. Not seeing it now. Oh, by the way, there's Hassan talking a lot about this, which is going to be a interesting thing in its own, because Hassan's kind of calling Asmongold an idiot, well, saying redundantly stupid crap. I mean, Hassan's brain rot is monumental at this point, okay? He never had brains to begin with, but at this point, it's just monumental. I wonder how Asmongold is gonna deal with the fact that Hassan said bad things about it and he needs to address it, but he can never say anything bad about Hassan because he's afraid of causing drama against people that are bigger than him. I don't seem to see the eh. So someone posted a really funny tweet that Asmongold did that, and again, if you think that this is his real opinion, it's probably, well, it probably is, but roughly for the next 5 days, and then he's gonna find out something that everyone knows about, and he's gonna change it again because his opinions on everything just flip flop every five days, roughly. It's kind of hilarious. Anyway, bye.